Point of no return, point of no return. Welcome back, man. We know too much. We done seen too much. We done been through too much. We are experiencing way too much. God done revealed himself to us again and again for us to go back to the way we used to be, the way we used to think, react, and respond to life, man. It's your Holy Ghost homeboy Slim, SLIMM, simply living in my moment, which means yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's never promised. All you have is right now in this moment, and I hope you're fully living in yours because I'm fully living in mine. Just back with another quick word, man. What race are y'all in, man? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are frustrated and they're confused and they're ready to quit and give up because they are running in a race that's not theirs. Like, you got to learn to be in your own lane. You got to learn to find you and find what makes you unique and what makes you stand apart and separate from the pack. A walk with God is a journey within yourself, and it's a journey to find the best version of yourself, and you have to tune everything out and everybody out in order to focus solely on the voice of God. But when you know you're doing what you're supposed to do, when you know that not only God approves of what you do, but your significant other, your kids, your family, they love what you do too. Your friends love what you do, you know what I'm saying? And not only are you good at it, you inspirational, and not only that, you now about to take this thing to a whole nother level and be able to profit and still profit, you know what I'm saying? Still make money, but still talking of what's to come and talking of the plans that God has for his people, you know what I'm saying? It's a good feeling to be in your own lane, running your own race, because there's no time, like there's no end game. You know, once you start this life, once you start this walk with God, there's no end. It's only an end, it's only a death, it's only a hell for those who don't have God in their heart, mind, and soul, and who hasn't accepted salvation and exclaim, you know, their position in this life being a sinner, and then wanting to come to Jesus and be renewed, restored, and released through him, coming out clean on the other end, and then he gonna present you before God, and then you gonna see who you supposed to be in this life, and then see how you plug in into society, and you see how your goals and how your skills and how your ambitions and how your talents and how your vision and your purpose with your natural abilities all match up, and they all line up, they all interlinked, you know what I'm saying? And you start looking back at everything that you did as a child, all your interests, and it's always been leading up to this path. You just had other things distracting you and other things that probably took away that joy and took away that dream you once had, you know what I'm saying? I know for me, I had always been interested in music. I always sang in the choir, church, school, everything. And then when I was in middle school, like 6th grade, I scored the highest on the music aptitude test. They told me I had the ability to basically pick up any instrument, and over time I would learn to master it very, very quickly. Yet they didn't let me play in the band. Yet they didn't let me actually play any instruments or actually use any of the talents that they pointed out that I had, you know what I'm saying? So for me, that kind of broke me. And then when I was in choir in, I think 7th grade, man, just trying to make new friends in a new school. But, you know, I'm black, talking to a young white female, and I don't see color. I'm just looking for a friend, new kid in school. But, you know, her guy that she liked didn't think so. So he started a fight with me, and I end up fighting him. And then in the process of being attacked, the teacher held me, man. And the kid, you know, got a lick, and I was able to break free, and I had to fight the teacher and the kid on some crazy type stuff. So that kind of took away from me wanting to be a part of those experiences. And then I've always had a thing for like theater, you know what I'm saying? One of my favorite movies is Romeo and Juliet, Leonardo DiCaprio. That's one of my favorite movies, man. So just learning and listening to the dialogue and the way that they spoke and the way that they communicated with such passion, with such flair It was important how they word and phrase things. Just that time. I like the Victorian time, the Middle Ages, kings and queens. So all these things like leading up to where I am now, being able to entertain, to be able to do music, to act, to be able to go out here and just be a big kid and get an opportunity to live outside of who I normally am on an everyday basis, but still keeping myself. You know, it feel good. It don't feel like you at work. It don't feel like you doing anything that is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Everything feel good, even when it's difficult, even when it's challenging. Like it's a good difficult. It's a good challenge because it forces you to dig deeper and trust yourself. And not only trust yourself, but trust God that he's gotten you in the right position at the right time, at the right place. And it's safe for you to be all that you are in this moment and opportunity, because a lot of people have a lot in them. A lot of people have a lot of beautiful gifts in them, but they are afraid to show them, to expose them, to share them with people because they've been shunned before, or not accepted, or looked at as weird or crazy, you know what I'm saying? All type of stuff. So they have been living abbreviated. But when you are allowed to be the fullness that you are and you on your own lane, man, it just feels good. Because, I mean, you can just cruise. You can go as fast as you want to go. You can go as slow as you want to go. You can go the right or the left lane. You feel me? And there's so many opportunities to detour and find a new experience to add to your journey. Then you get right back in your own lane. So you just looking at the best that life has to offer. You looking at God in every person, place, and thing that you encounter. And if he's there, that you have an opportunity to commune and fellowship, then that's what you're going to do. But if God is not present, then you don't have no problems and no troubles walking away, man. And you got to be like that because you got to keep yourself pure. You got to keep yourself anointed. You got to keep yourself separated. You got to keep yourself easy to find when God is looking to bless, when God is looking to protect, when God is looking to forbid, when God is looking to love, when God is looking to shine down upon. You know what I'm saying? He gonna see you first because you doing your thing. You praying, you living a clean life. You feel me? Like you doing the right thing. You using everything that you are to get back to God, and then you teaching other people about God. You giving God to every household. You know what I'm saying? You're giving God to every person that you can possibly give him to. And that's the best thing that you could do, is just keep God first, because you know in this life it's unpredictable. And then until you figure out who you are, it's definitely crazy. It's definitely strange. And you definitely feel like you're stuck in a cycle that you can't get out of. So that's why I say you just got to be still, and you just got to look to God and then just follow his voice. And then he going to lead you out of whatever you in. He gonna get you out of that. It don't matter how dark it seems. It don't matter how far-fetched it seems. It don't matter how big it seems. If God put that on your heart, if God put that on your mind, if God put that on your soul, then he didn't do that for no reason. He put that on your mind, heart, and soul because it's already been done. So you just got to have the faith, and you got to have the courage to just get up and do what you got to do. And a lot of times it's just you being yourself. It's just you finding your rhythm. You finding your niche, you finding your, you know what I'm saying, your recipe that make you. And then once you do that, you just keep perfecting. You just keep exploring. You just keep looking deeper to understand who you are and what you mean to this world and what you mean to this particular time, a particular place. It's a specific reason why you were born when you were born, and why you come into your own and you have awakened right now. It's to affect this generation right now, and not just right now, but for all time. So you one of them leaders, you one of the ones, you know what I'm saying? So you just got to keep fine-tuning yourself and just stay focused on yourself. Like, love yours, you know what I'm saying? Don't look to the left, don't look to the right, just look up, you know what I'm saying? Just look up and just keep going there, because a lot of times people want you to continue to compare yourself to them, or be in a position where they could compare themselves to you. But if you're not paying attention to none of that, you don't feel none of the peer pressure, you don't feel the need to be in these pissing contests, you don't feel the need to brag, you don't feel the need to go tit for tat or go back and forth or show anything, you know what I'm saying? You keep everything low key. That's how you keep everything. That's how you keep everything. You keep everything low key, and you keep everything in itself, and you keep everything between you, God, and the people that he has appointed in your life to be safe and to be your circle. And that's who you share with. That's who you build with, that's who you grow with, that's who you go with, that's who you glow with, man. And I'm telling you, like, just stay in your own lane. Run your own race. And I promise you, like, your marathon gonna always continue, because through God you have eternal life. Like, you're not ever gonna perish. You're not ever gonna die. You're just gonna transition from this life to another. And what you experience down here is what you will experience in your afterlife. So you have to have heaven down here on earth in order to have heaven in the next. Like, you got to find the best out of this life to receive and to expect the best out of the next life. You know what I'm saying? So it is above, it will be below. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that means. So you got to learn how to be happy here, and you got to learn how to get everything out of this situation so you can get everything out of the next situation. And that's how you truly promote yourself to becoming a superstar that you are. And you just got to let your light shine bright. Like, you just got to let your, you know what I'm saying? You got to let your soul glow, you know, as they say. But just stay in your own lane, man. Run your own race. Put your blinders on, and before you know it, you'll be exactly where you want to be. I promise you, man. Till next time. Slim.